What is up, guys? It's me, Lavish, back at you with another video, and in this video we're going to be showing you how to beat the Going Rogue achievement line and get your hands on the coveted shiny Wumbo PD. This can be done extremely easy, especially as a new player, and you'll get your hands on an insanely good shiny Wumbo secret. But before we get into it, I want to remind you guys to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content. Helps me out a ton. Also, make sure to check out our Discord server and our live streams right here on this channel. We do giveaways, we hang out, it's a great time. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So, if you didn't know, a lot of the people do not struggle with these first 3 achievements right here. Going Unscathed, Rogue Warrior 1 through 3, and Totally Cursed really aren't that bad achievements, especially if you have a secret on your team. But the one we're going to be really focusing on today is OP No Way, which is completing 300 waves without any secret units or exotic units. And I'm going to show you how to do this extremely easy as a free-to-play player and with units you should have your hands on. So without further ado, I'm going to actually switch over to my noob to pro account and show you just how easy this can be and how I beat it on that account. Alrighty guys, as you can see, we're on a new pro account with no pets on. No pets are equipped for this. It's just going to show you how easy it is. Of course, you can equip pets, but I'm not going to show you just how easy this achievement can be with just some simple new units. So, the loadout you're going to want to run, because this is the most important part, is something like this. So you're going to want a Patricia almost 100% of the time. If you, for some reason, are struggling with this and you have a duelist SpongeBob or something like that, or even like the new Morbid Bob would also be a good substitute for Patricia, but I think Patricia is going to be your best option. Morbid Bob actually might be your better option in this case. But Morbid Bob, Patricia, duelist SpongeBob you're going to want for the first slot. For the second slot, you can go a lot of things. Personally, I'm going to go Glovey Glove, but there are some also great mythic options, that being Bus Station is a great one. You can also run a Hibernation Sandy is also another great option. Mermaid Man can be pretty good. Man Ray can be pretty good. You're just going to want some overall really good mythics. And now the legendary slots. So there are only a few select good options. If you have your hands on Muscle Bob, you're definitely going to want to run him, but this is for those noob accounts that might not have been around for that update. So a great substitute for Muscle Bob, we got Tangled Karen, Old Man Walker, Dream Patrick, and Mayor is also a great option. I would highly recommend switching out to Dream Patrick for Mayor if you have him. I haven't gotten him on this account yet, I will in a bit, but for this video, I'm going to show you it without it. So this is going to be a simple little iteration you're going to want for a loadout. Something similar to this. So I'm going to show you how we beat it through the rogue matches, what cards we're picking and such throughout it. It's going to be different for everybody, but there's always the basic select few cards you're going to want to go for. So I'm going to actually just show you the full match, fast forward through important parts, non-important parts I mean, and yeah, we're going to go from there. So let's get into this match. Let's go. Alrighty, let's do it. So, to start off the match, this is going to be the most important part. I highly recommend using your Mayor or Walker all the way towards this dumpster. You're going to want to mostly defend at this dumpster because it gives you the most space to deal with the units that are coming on. So we're going to go ahead and place our Old Man Walker, put it at 5x. We're going to start the wave. As for cards you should be picking, in this case there is not a lot of good option, but we're going to go with the nerfed enemy speed. I think that's going to be our best option. Your best options for cards are always going to be range boosters. Range boosters are always super helpful. And you can also run this at any speed with a wave skip off. This is just how good this loadout is. You might want to turn wave skip on actually for this early part. I forgot about this. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave that off. But these Old Man Walkers should be able to carry, especially if you're like fast enough and placing them down fast enough. Just keep, yep, as you can see, handling a lot of these units very well. And as soon as you can, you're going to want to place your Patricias down. Place your 3 Old Man Walkers, then place your Patricias right about here. These are going to be your blood and soul of your loadout. I'm going to keep wave skip on because in the later waves, these Patricias will get overrun. But so just keeping it slow will make sure that you hit them. Make sure you just keep a constant eye, because I know a lot of you, this is going to be a lot of your guys' last achievement to get the shiny Wumbo PD, so keep a close eye as you're running through this. But we're going to go through the first 15 waves, just no speed or anything, and just show you how I beat it. So I got both the Patricias down, then after that we're going to want to focus on our Glovey Gloves. Right here is a perfect spot because Glovey Glove will pierce super well right here. You also spread them out. You get 3 placements on the Glovey Glove, so wherever is comfortable for you. I personally like right here, just stacking them all up right here because they're doing insane damage. So yeah, like just look at that. Boom, clap, boom, boom, boom. boom, yeah. And you don't have to worry about like the what unit they're aiming for. You like just keep it on priority first, and that you should be good. Like look at them, just deleting them. Even at lower levels, they will still delete very well. If you have these units at lower levels, you might want to keep the speed a bit slower, but you should be able to do this. You should. So yep, we got all the Glovey Guns down right here. And then as for Tango Karens, I'm gonna spread them around over here. That's the next unit you should place down. Get Tango Karens one right here. We'll place another one right here. These units are going to be your main, like, high damage dealers really quick. Like, as you can see, we got Sea Bear on the Karens. So as for the traits you should run on these units, of course, Secret Formula is going to be your best bet as a new player. But Sea Bear is also a great option for most of these. Patricia is a great option. It can work on Old Man Walker. So try to get Secret Formula, but if you can't, definitely Sea Bear is a great substitute. And of course, we're going to place our grannies. Oop. That's an easy choice. Always go for the range boosters. Always go for range boosters. Gonna place the 3 grannies right here just for some extra damage towards the back. And as for the Dream Patricks, there's not. We'll just place them over near the grannies. Like these are mostly filler. You're gonna want mares. If you have the mare unit, you're gonna want him, which he's not too hard to get. You get it from the takeover event. You can place him like also in this like garbage circle, but we're just gonna place Patrick with our Pure Stealers. And the first unit you're gonna want to focus on upgrading is going to be Patricia. Of course, you're going to want to get a max level as fast as possible before you start getting those curses that start affecting your unit costs, how much gold you're getting and such. So upgrading these first is always going to be imperative because they're going to be the most expensive. Then the Glovey Gloves. Then I'd say after that, either Tango Karens or probably Old Man Walker's next, honestly. I think Old Man Walker's definitely next. And then you can just slowly go down the line. You might not have enough money to upgrade all your units, and that's okay. Just make sure you're focusing on your mythics and limiteds right here. So Morbid Bobs, your Morbid Bob / Patricias, your Glovey Gloves, your Mermaid Mans, your bus stations, your hibernations. Just make sure you're focusing on the more expensive ones first, because those curses will come in and they will be annoying. Now, we're at a point where I feel like I can mostly fast forward through most of this because a lot of these waves are really slow. So I'm going to fast forward through this. You guys are going to see everything just in a faster speed. You'll see what cards I pick. You can feel free to pause if you want to see and slow it down if you want to see the card selection. But in order to keep this video like at a somewhat decent amount of time, let's go ahead and start fast forwarding through this. Alrighty guys, so I fast forward all the way to wave 100, and I feel like this is a good spot to do some check-ins, because I actually do have a few tips to give to you guys. Number one of the best cards in the game that you should always get and try to keep for as long as possible when you have it. I don't care what cards you switch out for, is basically done for. This card is insanely good. Basically done for. What it does, it gives your units plus 100% range on all your units. And it makes you so you have 1 HP. But with how good this loadout is and how good most loadouts are for Rogue, 1 HP doesn't even matter. And giving your units like that are low map coverage, a lot of these units you may have full map coverage basically, is extremely helpful and is extremely good perk to go for. You should be holding on to this for the rest of the game. Just to keep in mind, you can have this and 6 more elixir item things. I forget what this is called. It might not be elixir, but that's what I'm going to call it. So 6 elixir or less you can grab cards for to go with this. So never sell this, so always try to get ones that are 6 or less to go with it. Doesn't matter what it is, this perk is just so insanely good and will allow your units to hold so much better with it than without it. So always one you want to keep on the hold. In terms of curse cards, this one we kind of got lucky so far. We've only gotten 2 curse cards, which that's not always the case with every run. Every run is different. I will say, if you get Karen's reboot loop and you lose one of your mythics, you're probably going to want to reset. And you don't get the burn curse card, which that's also one of the best perks in the game. You should always be going for that one if you get it, except if you have basically done for. Don't go for it if you have basically done for. But if that happens, you should just restart. This is the one and only time I should say you should restart, when you get a curse card, because this one will completely lock you from using that unit, and you kind of need your mythic and limited units because you don't really have a secret to carry you. So yeah, that's the one time I'd say you should reset. If you get any other curse card, you should be okay. And if Karen's reboot lamp locks like a unit you don't really need, like in our case it locked our Tango Karen, which is totally fine. You can see we're holding totally fine without her. We've rather it lock our Dream Patrick, but you can't really choose. It's just completely random. So honestly, from here, fast forward to about wave 200, but just remember from the tips of advice I give you here, basically done for, always go for this perk and keep it for as long as you possibly can. And the only time you should reset is when you get Karen's reboot lamp on either, in my case, the Patricia or the Glowy Glove. So either one, your mythic/limited, you should reset. You still will keep your XP and your rewards that you got so far, but yeah, that's like an instant restart right there. Alright guys, I want to point out another pairing made in heaven for perks. This is probably one of the best perk loadouts you can have, because we're at a point where all our units are maxed out, so money doesn't even matter. So Squillian's Blessing does nothing, and it gives you a plus 20% damage and plus 20% range, which is insane. And Weenie Hut Jr. halves enemy HP while giving you minus 50% range, which is completely negated by these two. This is a card pairing made in heaven. You should try to keep this. Of course, we won't be able to keep this. I will have to swap out one of these. And if you were to swap out one of these, swap out Weenie Hut Jr.'s, because the minus 50% range is kind of noticeable. And do not get this one on its own. I will tell you guys now, do not get Weenie Hut Jr. on its own. On its own, it will lose you games. It has happened to me before, so do not get this on its own. Only get it when paired with other range buffing cards, like basically Dumb 4. There's one more, I think it's called like Electric Patty or something like that, with that one. Squillian's Blessing you can be okay with, but like you still will get a 30% range nerf, so like, yeah. So just get it with other high range buffing cards. Just wanted to point that out to you guys. Alrighty guys, we are on wave 200. As you can see, by this point, all our units are maxed out. I don't expect the same out of you guys, because like, I got pretty lucky with my curse cards. I've had plenty of runs where I've gotten the 50% less gold and 100% upgrade cost ones super early. So those sorts of runs are annoying, but it's still more than doable with this unit loadout. Just remember to focus down these ones as early as possible so you can bypass most of that. So if the gold card does come, which most of the time it does eventually come, you're ready. And like all the units you'll have left to upgrade are going to be like these really cheap ones, like the grannies are the ones you should always upgrade last. Old man walkers are really cheap. Dream Patrick's and other legendaries are really cheap. Your Tango Karens, which you probably will still have, are really cheap to upgrade, because I've noticed that this one is actually a pretty uncommon curse card. I haven't seen it much before, more recently. Now, once again, always hold on to Basically Done For. I've had that since like wave 70, and I've still held on to it because this is just such a nice card to have. Always try to hold on to this one, and that's the main advice I can give you. By this point, you should be able to beat most of this. If you do struggle because you could not get enough gold early on, my recommendation and stuff like that is to turn off auto skip wave. And when you see your units start struggle, like if you see enemies starting to reach around here, right where the dump is, you slow it down to 1x speed, because that will allow your units to hit more of your shots. If you didn't know, like 5x and 3x speed are both glitched to where units are more likely, like these single target and line units are more likely to miss their shots, including line and pierce, actually. Line and pierce, so if you're running glovey glove. So if you slow it down, they are going to hit more shots and therefore deal more damage, which could be the breaking point you need to finish off the wave. So those are my main recommendations. We're gonna keep going, and yeah, we'll show you the end of the match, or if I have something important to say. Alrighty guys, we're in the final stretch. We have about 12 more waves to go through for this, so I'm going to basically sum everything up. These are my final perks I went with. I went with Buried Treasure to make sure I held on to this, because if you sell this, you could be throwing your game. So always, 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 always try to get your hand on this. I cannot reiterate that enough. And we did this with 5 curse cards too. So that is 3 achievements being done in one, honestly, in one run. And this is all done with just a very noob friendly loadout, a very easy loadout to get your hands on. I shouldn't get over cocky because things are starting to leak through, but I can just do this, boom, and that should solidify our win, because my units won't get overran. And it's just as simple as picking good cards, you know. One thing I didn't bring up with the cards is there'll be some cards that'll only give specific unit buffs, and if you get like a row of like 3 of them and they don't buff any of your like full AoE, Pierce, or anything, just get the one with the smallest nerf. So like there are some, like the splash one for example, I believe gives like a 200% SBA nerf, while a single target one only gives like a 25% one. Always go with the 25% over the 200%, because that one will affect you a lot less. And then as soon as you can get a card that can replace it, sell that card and replace it. So you just got to think about your cards a bit and just look into it a bit more. Pay a bit more attention to your units. These units are more than capable of handling this, and they're doing 50,000 damage every 1.7 seconds and 43,000 damage every 1.6 seconds. So if you can find units that do this well, you should be able to beat it no problem. And of course, you got your old man walkers, and you'll be even better off since you'll probably have a mare, and since you'll probably you'll have all these units, and boom, as you can see, easy as that. Wasn't that hard. As you can see from all the sped up footage, it wasn't too bad. I do gotta say, you do gotta set aside some time. This will take around half an hour. It could be a bit longer if your units are lower level, but that's around the time period it takes. And we end up with 5 rogue crates, and on top of that, we finished the quest line, which I already finished it on this account, but that's like basically how you do it. So at that point, you should be able to go over into, let's claim all this while we're here. Be able to go over into here, click on going rogue and claim all this, because that is 3 achievements on one. The other 2 that like you may struggle with, this one is just straight up luck. Like you got to get lucky and get a few curse cards, and this one, like I said, if you get basically done for, it's an insta-win card if you have good enough units. It's an insta-win. So with that, you can claim your prize, that being this beautiful, beautiful Shiny Wumbo PD, which is a great unit for noobs. So it is overall really good. I hope that video helped you all out. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Actually, before we end this video, let's open up our rogue crates. How fitting would this be to end this video with an appetizer? So yeah. As I said, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. You know, we do also check out our live streams and Discord server. We do giveaways. We hang out there. It's a great time. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. Come on, appetizer. This would be the perfect way to end off the video. An appetizer on my Noob to Pro account. Come on, appetizer. Come on, appetizer. We're looking for you. This is what we're looking for. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, we got a few more. You got a few more. Come on, come on. I've only gotten rares. This is, why is this so unlucky? Why is this so unlucky? Finally something other than rare. But still, that's not great. Come on, come on, come on, appetizer, last one. Well, that was horribly unlucky, but hopefully you guys will have better luck when you open all the rogue crates you get from doing that quest line. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.